Tim's kinda dumb, let's help him get smart. It's time to teach Tim stuff.
And then I go, hey, welcome to Time to Teach Tim. I got Nick Fierro here. Nick, what are you going to teach me today?
Tim, we're going to learn how to play the accordion today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're going to learn how to
do. You might not know this, but at one point I owned an accordion.
How did it come into your possession?
I bought it at a used accordion store.
A store just filled with used accordions?
Oh, wait, no, not true. I'm sorry. My brother left it. It was a beginner's accordion, and I forgot he had moved to California, and it was one of the things he left, and I took it.
I'm suspicious of this false memory of the accordion orphanage.
It exists because that's where I tried to sell the accordion.
Oh, okay. Wait, so you had your brother's accordion, you tried to sell it at the accordion orphanage, and then did you successfully sell it at the accordion? Were they like, we won't touch this?
They're like, this is a children's accordion.
Fair enough.
Because it was big to me, okay, but it was a smaller accordion. It had like 2 full keys.
Yeah.
So 24.
Right. Get your 24s, your 78s, your 120s, right?
Yeah.
I'm making this shit up.
Oh, right.
Get your 3000s.
But I looked online because I was trying to sell all of my stuff so I could buy cocaine. And I found in my hometown there is an accordion school.
This is a Tom Waits song. You're selling a child's accordion to buy coke in your hometown. This is a very New Jersey way of...
Yeah, I was just following in Springsteen's
This story told over accordion music is good. Like you with a raspy voice, chain smoking, telling this story while someone in the background is just playing a concertina reel in a minor key. That's cinema right there. Yeah. It's good.
Just on like a small boat somewhere.
Yep. No paddles in it, just floating in the fog. That's wild. Holy shit.
Yeah, so I vaguely know I know about accordions, and I always wanted one of those organs that are like squeeze organs, a squeeze box, I think it's called.
What do you mean, like a tabletop piano that you have to like play?
Yeah, that has like a...
I think it's called a hurdy-gurdy.
Really?
I think so.
Ooh, I
only know that from an episode of House, where House hired a prostitute that played the hurdy-gurdy. And I don't know. I thought it was a made-up word from a Donovan song.
Yeah.
But apparently it's like a organ you can like with bellows in it that you can...
Hurdy-gurdy sounds like the name of that prostitute.
Right. Or something you catch from that prostitute.
Yeah.
Or something you catch from House, all right? He was dirty. Yeah. He was dirty too.
Dirty son of a bitch.
Real dirty dog.
So, do you play the accordion?
For the purpose of this podcast, absolutely. Here's the thing. It looks intimidating because it's got like 100 and something buttons on one side. But here's the thing. No one knows what those do. No one in the whole world. It's guesswork. I'm convinced. So you just mess around with those, and then you have another side that's just piano key. Okay. Have you played a piano before?
Yeah.
Have you at least mudged piano keys?
Yeah.
Okay. That's step 1. Have you worn a shirt?
Is that a requirement of the accordion?
I'm just saying, that's what the accordion... It's playing the piano, and it's the piano that you wear like a shirt. Oh. That's all it is. It's a keyboard you wear as an article of clothing, and then you mess around. How hard could it be?
So you're saying it's like bagpipes, or no one really knows what's going on?
I feel like here's the thing about bagpipes. I think bagpipes are supposed... I don't think they were supposed to sound that way, and I think someone was just like, no, that's how they're supposed to sound.
Yeah.
There's no way that playing like a sheep's bladder connected to a penny whistle is with like a bunch of other... There's too much there's a lot going on there, and I think it's shock and awe. I think it's supposed to be...
I think somebody was playing the recorder while chewing bubblegum once.
What's also weird is you gotta blow into the bagpipes, which means your breath is going into that like bag.
Yeah.
And then that bag is just full of your breath the whole lifetime of the bag. Imagine like really old bagpipes that some like cigar smoking, like Guinness drinking Irish guy played for like 40 years. Imagine just cutting that bag open and taking a lick. The inside. Imagine how smooth it must be.
That's what's really in those smoking lung commercials.
Yeah, it's the inside of a bagpipe bellows. But no, I played. I will compulsively buy instruments.
Yeah.
Like I own so much. I've never let not being good at something get in the way of me doing it. I think it's a good lesson out there. Is never let failure stand in the way of you pursuing something stupid. So I have like accordions and fiddles and mandolins and like slide guitars and banjos and shit. I just have a ton of stuff. And when I'm bored, guess what? I'm never bored. I'm never ever bored because I can just sit there and make. The only reason I didn't bring that harmonica holder with the harmonica and 2 tambourines is because my hands were full. Like I was ready to go. I was like, we're already fucking your roommate's days up. We might as well make even more noise.
Yeah,
it's not like anyone moves below you.
Yeah, no.
Wait, I don't want to get you doxxed. I don't know if people.
I don't know.
All right, that's fine. No, Tim lives on the top floor of the building. It was so hard carrying these up the stairs. I mean, elevator. But yeah.
Yeah, the door guy got you in okay?
Clem. Great guy. Does his eye always do that?
Not always. It's been a rough week.
Yeah. It seems like it's been going on for longer than a week, if you ask me. Seems like ravages. Time.
With the rain.
It's a response to the rain. Yeah. My cat gets that way.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is a funny thing you say about doxing. Me and Chris Bruno filmed one on the front stairs.
Oh no!
And I didn't
realize. I thought you were going to say Chris Bruno found out where you lived and now you're in danger.
Oh, no. No, he's a sweetheart. He wouldn't.
He's here right now. Wait, so...
Thank God he has to take the bus everywhere he goes.
Big bus energy on that kid. Love him. Love him.
But I realized my address, my numbers were in and I was like, I don't think that people will be able to find it out, but I'm gonna edit this.
Yeah, do you know how to do blurs?
No. No. I just cut the frame shorter.
What you could do is you could edit this in a way to make it seem like you've changed the outside numbers on purpose so that even if they are in shot, they're not really where you live. But then people have to believe that lie. And it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. We're already living a lie. So, why instruments?
I don't know. Because you can make them, you make it up. It's the same reason like comedy's good, you make it up as you go along. Like music's cool and making people laugh is cool. And you're going to suck at both of them for a really, really, really long time. The only thing that's better about music is you can practice it alone.
Yeah.
You can practice. Yeah. There's amazing musicians who've never performed live.
Yeah.
That is not the same for what we do. But music's great. You can go home and practice it by yourself all night. I got like not so much accordions, but like guitar. I think I've played guitar full volume 10 times in my life.
Yeah.
But I've played it very quietly at night, like more than I can count.
Yeah.
I own a banjo mute. You can mute the banjo because it's obnoxious sounding.
Yeah.
So I got this little thing you put over the strings at a certain point, and it like mutes it, so you can just kind of plunk along and practice real quiet like.
But it still like gives the tone.
You still figured it out.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
I could have saved the friendship if I had one of those.
A banjo mute?
Yeah.
Did you play the banjo?
No.
Then
friend of mine got real into just plucking.
Okay.
And we would always hang out at his place. But I would get there, and then he would just like reach behind the couch and just pull out the banjo.
Oh no! Just
and
like
then,
casually, like in conversation.
We're watching TV.
No.
And then, but he was going manic at the time, so it was like the only time he would shut up was when he had. So like you almost wanted him to pull out the banjo because then he wouldn't talk. So
I think in that case, the banjo saved your relationships, like. Having somebody in the throes of a manic episode have something to keep their mind busy.
Yeah, true.
Ooh, that's the best.
Yeah.
It's about when that crazy finally like zeroes in on something. It's like you ever see an octopus or a squid? They're kind of just chaotic and everywhere, and then they find food and they just kind of turn into a dart. It's like that thing. That's exactly what that is.
That's a fun I always liked that part of an octopus.
Oh yeah,
his
just the
existence.
silliness,
And then
just, look, this is just. Sometimes the wheel is inside the hamster. All right, sometimes he's just looking at. But yeah, just something to keep busy. Because I don't know if you're like this, but I sleep.
I love sleep when I'm asleep.
Yeah. But doing it, going to bed is the fuck. Never. It's one I'm never gonna. I never want to go to bed. That's the fucking worst. I want to go to bed like now for like an hour, so that later I'm not tired, so that I can be up till like 5 o'clock in the morning. I've seen more sunups than a fisherman, and I don't fish. My favorite thing in the world would be like staying up all night and then being first in line at the bagel store.
Yeah,
with the people that are waking up to really do good in the world.
And then like I love where it's like the roller coaster, and it's like the people going up are like normal people, and on the way back down they're all skeletons.
They're all fried. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I love that. I worked overnights for a while.
Same.
And there's nothing like ending your day with a pork roll, egg and cheese while people are starting their day.
In bed, you're eating it too.
Yeah.
It's the best. Like getting bagel store, the best one. I think I watched the entire series of The Big Bang Theory at one point because I was working overnights. I'd get home at 7 in the morning. I'd have breakfast. I'd wake my wife up. We'd eat breakfast together. She'd go to work. And I would fall asleep to Big Bang Theory that was just on TV at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., whatever. And I would fall asleep to it. It was the best.
That's how I got through Lost.
Well, all right. It's not the kind of show you need to pay attention to, or does it not matter?
You realize that it doesn't matter, but you're like, oh, everything matters. But then at the end, you're like, oh, nothing mattered.
I watched the last episode. That was it.
It's wild.
It's great.
Just the last episode.
I was as lost as everybody else. I think the show lived up to it because I am alone. I got the title line and Lost because I tuned in episode 3000 or whatever it was.
It was like one of my favorite things to be obsessed with for a little while.
Was Lost?
Yeah.
Did you try to make sense of it?
Oh yeah.
So you believe there was a truth in there somewhere?
Yeah, I was trying to find the Bible verses
and
that it was based on. It doesn't matter. Yeah, at one point they even admit they're like, oh yeah, we went backwards in time on a separate tangent for a story that didn't really matter.
I appreciate that so much. Is making people care and then making all of their hopes and everything just fruitless and pointless because they're making it up as they go. It's the best. Oh, that's such a good. It's like a long con. Yeah. Like a long lie. Yep. Oh. Yeah, that's my favorite shit. That's how I weaseled my way onto Time to Teach Tim. I was like, hey man, you want to learn how to play the accordion? And you're like, sure do.
Sure do, because I should probably learn at some point.
Listen, you don't want to be the one caught with your pants down when accordion. I don't know.
I would be too scared to catch it.
Yeah. You don't want to play it low like Chris Novoselic. If he was an accordion player, he played it real low.
Yeah, you don't want to play it like a bass in a punk rock band.
It's real low. Imagine that. There's definitely a guy out there who does it. What's weird is there's I don't know why we just decided in the 80s that it was a dorky instrument. Right? Yeah. It became a punchline because Urkel played it and you'd see like a cartoon monkey with a concertina or something like that. Yeah. But if you think of who plays it, it's like spooky, sad, creepy music. It's in a bunch of stuff. It's I'm trying to think, it sets the scene for every Parisian, Paris film. Yeah. It's playing in the background, it's romantic somehow. And then for some reason in the 80s, everybody's just polka's lame. Guess what? Polka's mostly tubas. All right? You're mad at the tuba. Yeah. You're taking it out on the accordion. I would say tuba, dorky.
Oh, come on. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
Yeah.
It's a good walking bass.
Yeah, you got to carry it around. That's why it sounds that way. Yeah. It sounds like a guy walking carrying a tuba. Yeah. My best friend played the tuba in marching band, and his parents bought him one, one that was as tall as him, and it would it just sat in their living room. Yeah. Because the effort it takes to grab a banjo from behind the couch, not much. The effort it takes to get a friend to help you put on your tuba so that you can just do your scales. Yeah. Because it's not like you're shredding. No one shreds on that thing. There's no Hendrix of the tuba. It's weird because it's built like a trumpet. A trumpet does cool shit. Yeah. It goes fast. It can go like crazy. It riles people up. tuba's just a big old fat trumpet. And it, like, just kind of, I can do it too. Nah, a little.
Also, like, who came up with it?
A
Like,
tuba?
yeah.
Music people are psychos. You ever see a bass flute?
Wait, is that the wooden thing with the weird straw?
That's a bassoon. No, a bass flute looks like just ductwork from a water heater with a mouthpiece.
Ooh.
And you like, but it barely, it goes like it barely makes a noise. It's so low you can't hear it. Like 3 people in the world play it.
Yeah.
And it's just stupid. Music people are like that, where they're like, we can make it bigger, we can make it littler, and we're going to. We're going to.
But like, who's like, all right, well, this tube needs to be 75 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just wrap it around us a bunch of times?
A million times. Imagine if the tuba was just one big straight line. It'd be fucking cool.
But it'd be easy that you could take it apart then.
I guess. I don't know, like a cool guy who owns his own pool cue. Except it's a limousine-sized case, and he's gonna screw his tuba together. That was the worst because I played music when I was younger, and like I played the trombone, which like putting it together like felt cool. And looking back, I'm like, it's just like you open it up like it's a pool cue case, and it's just kind of a dented, tarnished brass tube full of your own spit.
Yeah.
The smell of a poorly taken care of brass instrument is abysmal.
Yeah. Yes, I played. My first instrument was the saxophone.
Same.
And man, there's the felt smells, the foam under the felt smells, and you have the metal smell, and then the smell of your hot breath that has sat in a case under your bed all summer because you didn't practice.
On an absorbent piece of wood that is in the mouthpiece. Because there's a tiny piece of wood called the reed that's in the mouthpiece. And when I first got I was in 4th grade, I got my saxophone, I opened it up, there's that piece of wood, and my mom goes, oh, you can throw that out, it's probably just for packaging. So I threw it away, the reed. So then it didn't make any noise, and we thought it was broken. I'm crying, like nothing works. I'm like, I can't do anything right.
Yeah.
And I go to school, and they're like, you're dumb. And I put a reed in there, and when they put the reed in, got it right, I never wanted to move it or take it out. So I never changed it. Like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like some people change the reed to the saxophone like weekly.
Yeah.
And I went 3 years to the point where it turned green. And when we took the clamps off to take it off, it was fused to the plastic. like shit went wrong. I think I gave myself pink eye because of it. Like it was real bad. Like, it was a biohazard.
How did that taste? Because you have to wet it like every time. You got to do that weird.
This is around the same time I got a retainer. So it's weird when like the roof of your mouth is coated in plastic, and like your bottom, like I don't remember tasting anything. I just don't. I don't think I cared. I could only. I'm pretty sure I just obliterated my taste buds early on by just drinking the powder from gummy worms, the sour gummy worms, and like just eating table salt or drinking soy sauce for fun. Like I'm pretty sure I just like ruined any palate that I might have. So no, I couldn't taste it.
So now you need to eat the spiciest chicken just to feel something.
To feel something, anything. Yeah, it's really.
House of Hot Chicken I took on your recommendation.
The place on Newark Ave?
Yeah.
The only gripe I got with that place is they don't have any normal drinks.
Yeah.
All their drinks are like exotic, weird. I got an orange can of soda called Iron Brew. It's from Scotland. And I heard about it. I've heard like people try to describe it like, oh, Americans don't know what Iron Brew is. They don't know how to. It's an orange can of soda, and I opened it and I drank it. Guess what the fuck it tastes like? Bubblegum. It is a bubblegum flavored soda, native to Scotland in an orange can. But every time I've heard people talk about it, they're like, oh, there's nothing like it. There's no way to describe the way it tastes. No, Dr. Pepper's hard to describe.
Yeah.
Iron Brew tastes like fucking bubblegum. And it's called Iron Brew, which is a dope name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should taste like an IPA.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine downing hot chicken, and the only thing you have to wash it down is bubblegum soda.
Water.
And I'm already because I got the chicken dog, which is a chicken tender on a roll with coleslaw. Spicy. So, but once you pick it up, you can't put it down.
Yeah.
So it's not like I could go back in the store and get another drink. I'm stuck with this. I got the chicken in one hand, Iron Brew in the other one. Just like this is the worst. I'm going home.
You gotta hope to pass like a rain spout.
Yeah, pretty bad. But yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, whatever. I can go toe to toe with the. I think my mouth bacteria beats the bacteria that can grow on a reed from a saxophone. I'm pretty sure.
Saxophone reed is scared of you.
Yeah. I think I actually swabbed it in science class because we had to like swab stuff and grow back cereal cultures. I think I did either my trombone embouchure or my saxophone, and it grew some gnarly. It grew like a city in like overnight. It was great.
I bet, yeah.
It was cool.
Damn.
Luckily, you don't put your mouth on the accordion. You can!
But who would?
Weird Al, probably. He's definitely played with his tongue. There's no way he hasn't figured out a way to play the accordion with his teeth like Hendrix.
Yeah,
Also weird, like, that guy doesn't get credit for being a virtuoso. An absolute virtuoso.
It's also like the third time he's come up on this podcast.
Who else has brought up Weird Al?
Grubard.
For...
he taught me about the presidents of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
The
band.
Yeah.
What's Weird Al's connection to them? Time to teach Tim, everybody.
He covered one of their songs.
Oh, yeah. He covered... That's that... I love Weird Al, but he covered Lump, and he made it Gump, about Forrest Gump. Thing is, Lump's already a silly song. President's already a silly band.
This was Grubard's argument.
No argument here. No, that's why I love that guy. But yeah, you're supposed to cover... It's silly. It's already...
Yeah.
Hey, this song that was mostly farts, well, guess what? It's verbs now. Like, okay, Weird Al.
Well, I mean, that's what I have... My Weird Al theory is he's the most annoying person to be on a car ride with.
Oh, okay.
Because you're just, like, trying to play, like, Steely Dan or something, and he's turning it into, like, Iron...
Mealworm Dan?
yeah.
I don't know. Mealy Dan? I don't know. I feel like, I feel like Weird Al knows when to turn it off.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like you'd have to, or else he wouldn't have... He's been married to the same lady forever. If he was really annoying, there's no way.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone likes him universally. No one rolls their eyes at him. You know who I would never want to be in a car with? Or this is my elevator theory. Like, who I wouldn't want to be? Quentin Tarantino. Imagine.
Yeah.
Nothing you could say to that guy.
There are a few people who I know of, and I'm like, I'll listen to them on Rogan, and then I turn it off before the first hour is even over. I was just like...
Not just listen to them. Listen to them on Rogan.
Well, it's like... It was a lot.
Yeah, he's a lot, dude. I'm sorry, Quentin. You're a lot. You know you're a lot. You pride yourself in being a lot.
Yeah.
And game, set, match, bud. The most dude.
And just admit the foot stuff.
No, I think he likes not admitting the foot stuff.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, he's going to be like...
He's so coy about it.
That's part of it. Part of the foot thing is not admitting the foot thing.
Although... I do like the fact that maybe he's not admitting it because of shame.
Which then ties back into tying into the foot thing. I don't know.
Well, we need shame in this country.
Yeah, but we're not going to get it from him.
That's true.
We're going to get it from... We're not getting it from regular people, let alone psychos.
Yeah. I just feel like we used to be so embarrassed about everything we did, and then one day we're like, no, I kind of like the butt stuff. And then people are like, me too.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody said something. I cannot get enough of that. And let's talk about it openly.
Yeah. I think the same is going to happen for the accordion.
You think that... I think it's time... There was that brief late aughts, like, alt-country revival. Kind of like Edward Sharpe, Magnetic Zeros, let's get 12 people on stage thing. Yeah. Where it had a glimmer of hope. Where it was like no one gave a shit about the banjo. It was either dueling banjos or Deliverance or nothing. Yeah. And then for some reason Mumford and Sons came along, and now now you're Mumford and Sons if you play it again. So thanks, you rich pricks. I'm pretty sure one of you is a flat earther. I don't know, but your dad, it doesn't matter.
Mumford and the Sons not the center of the universe.
Mumford, that's good. That's good.
It was wordy.
Mumford and the Sun's part of the simulation. Yeah.
Mumford and the Sun's not real.
I don't know why I keep thinking Mumford and the Sons of Anarchy, but it's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just think it'd be funny if they thought they were a biker gang, but they only wore earth tones. Like, no black leather, just a lot of tan and brown and suede, mostly suede.
An electric bike because it's better for the environment.
Much better, quiet, real quiet, a hush of a bike gang. You want them to roll into town. Yeah, the Norfolk Folk Festival.
They're not selling drugs; they're churning butter.
They're still selling drugs. I'm pretty sure those guys are cranked up. You think so? They're rich. They're rich kids from the UK. They've definitely done. They probably have a silly name for it.
Oh yeah. They're probably doing bad cocaine.
You're gonna get baloney tonight. Like I don't know what they call it there. Everything's got a cute name that's dangerous.
You know, butter me up. Yeah.
Well, butter me up. That means you're getting your legs amputated in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it means.
Really?
Hey, but Mitchell got buttered up. They took his legs. They took his fucking legs. The trolley took him.
Well, so why didn't the Accordion really? Because I can't think of a band recently that I've even heard it.
All right, I'll go. My accordion bands that are cool, undeniably cool bands with accordions in them. We're talking late 90s, early aughts would be World Inferno, Friendship Society,
right,
which was a New York cabaret punk band, and they had this guy named Franz Nicolai, this handlebar mustache before anybody had one of those. We'd never seen one on a human before. Never. In 2000, before the under 30s mustache was even a thing, this guy rolls in, and they're all wearing suits, and they're drinking wine, and they're all fucking out of control, and they're throwing shit on people, and everyone's crowd surfing. You got this grinning psychopath playing this crazy accordion. And
Did they have a stand-up bass?
No, they had I think they had a regular bass player. Yeah, they had a regular bass player. She really wanted. She used to live in Jersey City, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they were cool. And then Gogol Bordello, similar cabaret punk band. They had one too. And at one point in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, both of those bands were playing together every week. And they had rival fans, rival factions of fans, where the Gogol Bordello kids were these more kind of punked out tweaker, Coney Island nut jobs.
Yeah.
And then the World Inferno kids were all wearing derby hats and swing dancing almost. And they didn't like each other in a friendly way, and they would rival. It was wild. It was really wild. There were message boards where one kid from the World Inferno message board stole Eugene Hutz from Gogol Bordello's hat, and he posed with it with all the World Inferno records on the message board, and it was this victory for that team, right? So it was part of the weird
rival schools.
Yeah, of crazy circus music punk bands. So that was them, and then there's the Goddamn Gallows, who are guys with face tattoos that play the washboard and the banjo and sing about Satan and shit. They have one too. It's so it's in this dark, because it sounds gloomy and spooky and weird if you could do it right.
Yeah.
And also by I don't know if you know the Slackers.
Yeah.
So Vic from the Slackers is he plays the accordion. He actually, when I first got one years ago, he taught me a little bit. This is the only advice anyone's ever given me about the accordion. Vic thinks of music in ways that people don't. He goes, the accordion is just triangles. It's just triangles. So you could basically, all those weird buttons on the back, you just kind of connect those in triangle. Your root, your third, and your bass. And as long as you can keep those triangles going anywhere on it, it'll kind of make sense. And then you can figure the rest out.
Huh.
Which is good advice if you know what that means. But it's terrible advice if you don't know what the fuck's going on. Which I don't. But I still remember, it's just, on my way over here, I'm like, you don't know how to fucking do this, bud. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? And I just kept hearing Vic's voice go, nah, man, it's triangles. Just do triangles the whole time. It's going to be good. But yeah, that's it. Those are the bands that I think I remember that were making it cool.
Growing up, my brother is an amazing musician. Pretty much can hear a song and then be I know the chord changes, and you could play it from listening to it a couple times. He was the reason why I got the saxophone, because he played the saxophone. So I was trying to be like him. But he picked up the accordion at some point.
Awesome.
And he would play it at family parties.
Awesome. Well?
Yeah, he was good.
It's so good when it's done well.
And there's a picture of him playing, and it's the only smiling picture of my grandfather I have ever seen. My grandfather's
It commands respect. It commands respect from a certain generation.
Yeah.
What nationality was your grandfather?
Irish.
Oh, yeah, they love it. They can't get enough. Yeah. Pogues. Oh, yeah, the Pogues had an accordion player.
Yeah, true.
Flogging Molly had one. Yeah, all those. Yeah, any sort of It's weird. It's weird because, anybody could pick up a guitar and strum 2 chords.
Yeah.
And you can sound competent in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Competent. Not so much with this. There is a weird, steep learning curve.
Yeah.
And no one I know is anywhere near it.
I have tried... I was all right, well, I'll learn the bass side of it. I'll learn the button side of it. And then, I looked up a list of what is supposed to be the keys and everything, and it made 0 sense to me. And I was like, oh, I'll just learn the keyboard side of it. And it's so hard to move your hand and your fingers in a way that makes... I still, like, I look at people playing it and I'm like, they must be able to, like, make their toes cross. Like, you have to have, like, a mastery of your body.
I can cross my toes. Can you cross your toes? I'm crossing them now.
You can cross your toes?
I sleep, like, with my big toe and my, I guess, for the lack of term, a ring toe, the second toe. I'll sleep with those 4 toes interlocked around each other, like links in a chain. And it's really hard to undo them.
It sounds comfy.
It really is. When it's in there, it sucks getting it, like, locked into place. But, man, once you're in there, oh.
If you were to ask me, how do you think Nick sleeps? I would say locked up. But I've never thought by the toes.
The truth is worse. It's gotten so bad, I sleep with a pillow on top of my face now. On my face. And I sleep with a weighted blanket, but just a weighted blanket on my chest and neck. And my toes locked together, and I have my arms below the blankets to where they can't move.
Your favorite nighttime activity is smothering yourself.
It's hard. It's really hard to get up. If I have to pee, I don't. It's gonna become a problem at one point because I really am weighted down. Like I can't get up right away.
That's nuts.
In high school, I've always had trouble sleeping. In high school, I had really bad eczema, and I would like scratch like in my sleep really bad because I can resist it while I'm awake, but while I'm asleep. And you know how for babies they'll put mittens on them sometimes so they can't scratch themselves. I tried that, and at night I would shake the mittens loose. I'm 18 years old, by the way. I'm just a gangly 18-year-old, like screaming in my sleep and scratching like a lunatic. So I had to tie my hands together with a bandana.
Oh my
at
God.
night, and I would like get it with my teeth, and I mean every morning when I woke up, I did have to like get it out a little bit, and then I went to college, and I think my parents knew, but I don't think they knew I was doing it, but there was something implied where as I'm packing, they were like, "Do you need all these bandanas?" And I was like, no, you're right. I should probably leave those home. I don't need to meet a new friend and have him. I was a weird enough roommate to get freshman year. Like, my roommate's a great guy. I still talk to him. He's from Connecticut, and I was not like people he knew.
Like, hey, you mind tying me up before?
He walked, definitely.
I get that, though, because, like, once you start doing something before you go to sleep, like, you can't go to sleep without doing it.
Dude. Then I highly suggest never trying the weighted blanket on your chest and throat. Because, boy, is it nice. Oh, it's like getting sat on. Yeah. It's just good.
I do a weighted blanket, but I do it like whole body.
Yeah.
The only thing I sweat a lot in my sleep. So I haven't found one that like keeps you cool.
Well, it won't. It's a big heavy blanket.
There's got to be a way.
Okay. I mean, you're not going to like the way this sounds, but I've thought about this. And I've thought about sleeping on a series of milk crates with a sheet, padded mattress that air can go through, and just having it cooled from underneath.
And then you could...
And then the weighted blanket on top won't matter.
Yeah. Well, or you get a thin blanket, and you have weights attached to the ends of the blankets, and the ends hanging off the bed.
It's like Gulliver's Travels, like you're just being... or you find what areas you want the weight on, and you just fold the blanket up and put them on those, which is how we get back to throat and chest.
Yeah, that's weird. Because I get the arms, because my arms kind of go, or my legs go.
I get the restless leg. I get that leggy kicks all the time, so I can't have them confined. They gotta dance all night. I'm conked out. They're working double time. Yeah. Toes locked.
They gotta kick the
toes locked together. It's like an octopus before it finds food. It's really insane. It's really insane.
Yeah, because the weighted blanket then would just make your legs stronger.
Once they're panicked, you don't want them scared, dude. You get them into a corner, they're gonna do whatever they can to get out.
One time I thought I was wearing the weighted blanket at night. I had a dream where I'm playing soccer. And it was one of those, like, I had slept and I woke up.
It's such a wholesome dream.
Yeah. So I'm laying in bed, and I just kick my leg, and I kick the wall that my bed is next to so hard.
Awesome.
I thought I broke my toe. Like, I was limping for, like, a good day or two.
I put a hole in sheetrock sleeping one time.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've done more damage sleeping I throw more punches sleeping than I have awake. I wake up real weird. I wake up in a startle, no matter what. It's great to watch. People have filmed it over the years, but you got to keep your distance because I don't know where I am right away. Like a World War I vet that's kind of shell shocked. They're just kind of like, yeah, put him up like like an old boxer who hears the bell and he just kind of goes into it. But yeah, it's definitely some action with the hands and feet.
That's scary.
It is. I know. It's really hence weighted blanket, tying your hands together. I know what I am.
Yeah. I don't wake up in a startle. I will wake up and then need to reboot my life. Like I wake up and my brain is just like a underscore on a blank screen for a little while. Just,
what am I?
Yeah. Every once in a while, I don't know where I am, or I always wake up. I wake up in the same place all the time, right there. And I have to like look around. I sleep eat.
Sleep eat?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I could probably solve this by just not having food next to me when I fall asleep, but usually a bag of chips.
In the bed or nightstand?
In the bed.
Nice. Me too. Same.
Like it's my girlfriend.
Nice. It is. That night it's just you and her.
And I'll be asleep. Because I will wake up and I'll be like, oh fuck, I opened them and ate the whole bag.
In your sleep?
Yeah.
You don't remember any of it?
Yeah.
I've learned a lot about your eating habits in the last week. And a lot of them seem to happen after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're an exclusively night eater as far as I know.
I'll eat during the day, but I'm not happy about it.
Right? It just seems like a waste. It's getting in the way of the food you're going to have later.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God.
Well, it's also, like, the only reason I will eat is because I'm like, oh, I have a show tonight. I don't want to have a headache.
Right. And then post-show food. People ever try to get you to eat before a show?
Why?
What are you doing?
Yeah, I have no clue. If I eat, eating is almost like an orgasm for me. It's like, nothing should happen after it. It's just... That's the end of it. That's the end of the day. I feel like I made it through the day, and then I am making the decision then, do I want another day?
Ooh. Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, not so bad. I'll eat.
Yeah.
I'll get the energy for tomorrow.
I'll tell you this. I hadn't eaten anything today, and I get in my car to come over here, and I got to the movies last night, and I had never gotten goobers before. Familiar with the goober?
Raisins?
No. No, you would think.
Yeah.
I always thought it's peanuts. It's chocolate over peanuts.
Ooh.
It's awesome. I'd never had them before.
Yeah.
I'm hooked. So now every fancy candy store that has their homemade dark chocolate almonds, this, that, and the other thing, the peanuts are always there. The whole time.
Yeah.
And they're a tenth of the price of an almond.
Yeah.
Go. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it doesn't have the fancy name.
Yeah.
That's why they call them goobers.
It's a terrible name for that candy.
Yeah.
Terrible name. I went my whole life without ever doing it.
Why not just chocolate-covered peanuts?
Chocolate over peanuts. Because everyone thinks it's raisins. I thought it was raisins. I had to check. I checked.
Oh yeah, those are Raisinets.
Fuck.
Which fancy name?
They can't call them peanuts.
Pass the peanuts.
If you insist. That kind of party?
Yeah, alright. I don't like chocolate-covered things that... because the melt, I don't like the melt.
That's why I keep them in the freezer.
Ooh, good idea.
M&M's live in the freezer at my house.
But sometimes I will get like Reese's Sticks because I like the crunch of that.
Good. Stick's a good move.
And then I'll sleep. And then at some point...
that's when it gets ugly.
They'll come near my body and then heat up.
You wake up with melted chocolate on you? You woke up covered in melted chocolate? No.
I woke
don't
up...
tell me that. Listen. Going,
what the fuck did I eat?
You literally... So this is a problem. Someone needs to teach Tim how to sleep. That's a fun one. Because you don't know how to sleep.
No.
You can't sleep with chocolate in your sheets. Like, not even... Listen, I have candy in my pockets most of the time. I've fallen asleep with candy corn in pajama pockets and woken up and it's everywhere. I get it. But it's never, as you put it, found its way to me in the night under the cover of darkness. And then you're not... I'm picturing chocolate mixing with your night sweats.
Yeah.
Because that's what's
it's not
happening. You're
good.
night sweating on candy.
Yeah, and I'm eating it.
You're eating it and you're sleeping. And then what's left when you wake up? What are the remnants? Are you licking your fingers clean? Or are you covered in melted chocolate? When you
No,
wake
there's
up?
usually like some weird stain on the sheets where I like wiped my
It's your
finger.
pulses. So you
This is
just
why I do my sheets every week.
every week.
Yeah,
What color
I have
sheets do you
two
buy?
sets
You buy
I
dark
rotate.
sheets?
Yeah.
Gotta buy dark sheets.
dark green and gray.
Yeah, it's got to be the way to go because it's got to look like Freddy Krueger's face when you wake up sometimes.
Well, so usually I'm pretty good about going. I have two pillows, and I'll wipe my
Fancy.
hand under the second pillow.
You know you do this even though you're asleep.
Yeah.
You're aware of your tactics.
Yeah.
Are you half awake?
Who's to say?
I am. You're half awake.
Well, sometimes I'm aware that I'm doing it. Other times I wake up so this morning, I woke up because I felt something rough against my face.
What kind of candy was it?
It wasn't candy. Well, I guess it's candy. It's a snack. It was. I got.
You're talking about this so casually. Like it's so normal.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was Cheez-Its. It was,
Wait, Cheez-Its brushing up against your face like they're leaves in a forest.
yeah.
What? How are they near your face? You sleep on a pillow,
Yeah.
so they're on the pillow.
Yeah, they're on the
The
pillow.
Cheez-Its are on the
Yeah,
pillow
they
next to your
have
skin.
wedged next to
Next to your skin.
Yeah.
How did they get there?
Well, I realized that because I remember eating them as I was falling asleep, and then I must have taken the bag and just either my hand got stuck in it while I was trying
And
to
you panicked.
feed myself.
Sleepy Tim
Yeah,
panicked.
because there was Cheez-Its
Yo,
everywhere.
Night Tim is a psycho. Night Tim gets his hand stuck in the... You Winnie the Pooh your hand in the honey pot.
Yep.
And then you try to shake it loose.
Mm-hmm.
Cheez-Its get everywhere, including your pillow, laying next to your face. And then while you're sleeping, you just do this? Like a gooey... You ever see those clams that you put salt out?
Yeah,
And the clam
yeah.
comes out of the shell and
Yeah,
like gets this...
yeah,
Is that you
exactly.
just with Cheez-Its at night? Like,
I hope so.
we had to film... listen, I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to film you sleeping in the next 6 months. I promise I'll keep it wholesome.
All right.
But you're going to know.
Just,
It'll be in that Paris Hilton green lighting. It'll be-
Ooh. Everything good happens in that lighting.
Yep, then your eyes will like open because you'll be half asleep. They'll open, you'll see a little glow like you're a cat or a raccoon.
At one point in the night, no, I kind of stopped doing that. Well, so summertime though, I do sleep in the nude.
No, you're never naked when you're covered in snacks, Tim. It's you naked covered in chocolate and Cheez-Its. I'm trying to picture you covered in orange cracker crumbs, smudged in fudge, and nothing else in your dirty green sheets. This is...
I have woken up so Pringles are a big thing.
It seems like a problem. Seems like a place for Night Tim's hands to get stuck.
Well, that's why they're a big thing because once it gets to a certain point, then I can't get them anymore because I have to go.
The Pringles threshold.
Yeah.
For most people, it's this bone on the wrist. For some people, it's when the hand gets wide.
Yeah.
For you, it's...
Well, I mean, it depends on how tired I am.
Okay, science hasn't come far enough to make... Why are we making wide Pringles?
I don't know.
Make giant M&Ms. A Tostito chip is massive. It's half the
Yeah.
size of a human face.
That's why I don't like Doritos at night.
Because they're...
Dusty?
Well, they're not meant to be eaten in bed. This fucking clams oregano is the worst food ever. Because it's getting all over my pillow. Like, yeah, man. Yeah.
I woke up once next to a plate of spaghetti.
What was her name? This fucking bowl of spaghetti won't shut the fuck up. My name's Danielle! Like, alright.
You should,
I woke up next to a bowl. This is how a Chuck Palahniuk novel starts. Like, this is like Fight Club or Choke.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's not Choke.
Most people. Yeah, if you... Oh, God, you're going to Hendrix yourself on linguine. You're going to...
I sleep on my side.
Well, that makes the eating easier, I guess. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, it makes it less dangerous and I don't get heart.
You just...
Heartburn.
You're like Homer Simpson. Like that. Jesus, man. All right, so you woke up next to spaghetti.
Then that's pretty much the whole story.
It can't be. It can't be because there's pieces missing.
What do you mean?
Was it a ceramic bowl or Tupperware?
Ceramic.
To-go container? Did you cook it in your sleep? Are you boiling water
No,
in your sleep in the nude? You naked, covered in chocolate, boiling water, like a baby's gonna get born from God knows where.
I'm not naked. I got Cheez-Its over my nipples.
You never knew. Well, never knew Tim. Always covered in a thin layer of salt and crumbs.
Yeah,
Cool Ranch Rager over here.
I'm wearing peach rings like thumbs.
Jesus Christ, man.
No, I made spaghetti. Well, it was leftover spaghetti that I heated up. And I probably put something on YouTube, laid down with a bowl of spaghetti there. I got the phone laying against the wiping pillow.
The wiping pillow, which we haven't referred to it as that. Just in case you think you missed something, we haven't called it that yet. The name reveal. Go on.
And you got I probably got tired of forking it.
Oh, you're using silverware. You're not barehanding.
Not spaghetti.
Was the spaghetti? So the spaghetti was warm when you got into bed.
Yeah.
And you were awake when you got into bed.
Yeah.
And then you're slowly drifting off to sleep, and you never think, I should move this spaghetti over to a table or a surface so I don't wake up in spaghetti. You think this will take care of itself. Yeah. When you're drifting off, you'll think, oh, it'll be fine.
I like having things to worry about while I'm asleep.
I hate that you said that, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so that's...
So just a recap here. You sleeping looks like in the movies when they eat sushi off a woman. In the summertime, that's all you got.
Yep.
But instead of sushi, it's a random Cheez-It, some cold spaghetti, a peach ring, and like just a smear of chocolate, like a dip. You're covering guacamole, hummus.
Yeah, probably some combos in there somewhere.
You're a snack platter table.
Yeah.
You're a human snack platter table.
This is what I do. I put the drinks behind me.
Behind? Is your bed in the middle of the room?
Well, so I'm facing the wall. The snacks here with the wiping pillow. And then my nightstand behind me.
Nightstand's behind you?
Yeah.
Is a move.
Yeah.
Wait, but you mean behind the bed or behind you because you're sleeping on your side?
Because I'm sleeping on my side behind.
Oh, so not behind the bed.
No.
I'm picturing behind the headboard. You understand that for most people that's what this means? I'm asleep like this. I'm asleep like this. This is behind me, but because you're on your side,
yes, this is behind me.
That's on the side of the bed, Tim.
On the side of the bed.
Okay, so not... I was worried your bed is dead center in the room, and you're just surrounded by snack tables.
It's easier to clean up the crumbs. It's easier to get the vacuum under the bed.
Jesus.
I will say... This is how I justify what I do. I clean my room once a week. I do my sheets.
That justification, or that action, is not solving the problem at hand.
No.
I don't think the issue is the mess in the rest of your room.
The evidence.
Think it's if your sheets are just a hobo bindle goes to the movies, is what it is. Because it's just popcorn and chocolate and crackers and spaghetti.
Popcorn, no.
Never popcorn. No. That's where you draw the line. Popcorn in bed, it makes no crumbs. There's no crumbs in popcorn.
But the kernels, I don't like the skin.
Okay, that's fine. But
no.
Yeah, that's an appropriate response to.
These
corn kernels bother my teeth, and I got enough to worry about because I'm waking up in Alfredo sauce. I'm tossing and turning in Dorito dust here.
I realize that this is like when you accidentally kill somebody and then realize what you've done and you try to clean the crime scene.
Is this where you tell me you've killed somebody? This is why you're doing this at night? This is it? You remember when they, I want to know what you would do on Ambien.
Oh, no.
You on Ambien you'd be carving hobo nickels out of
What's a hobo nickel?
People used to take change and carve it with a nail and a hammer to make Abraham Lincoln's face, or a skull instead of Jefferson or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm just picturing you You act like you're on Ambien when you're not on Ambien.
Yeah.
You're doing night eats.
One time, the only time I've ever eaten some of my roommate's food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this, but I woke up and there was an empty Ritz cracker sleeve.
Mm-hmm. On the end of your hand, the end of your wrist.
It wasn't. I must have opened the whole thing up.
Yes, you must have.
Yeah, because and then no crackers. And I was like, well, I didn't. I was like, I never bought Ritz crackers before.
And then what was that conversation like?
I was like, I'm sorry, I ate your Ritz
How did you get to them? Did you sleepwalk to get to them?
I think so.
Because sleep eating, if you're self-contained, this is funny. If you're moving around, because there'll be one time where there isn't food, and Sleepy Tim will baby's day out his way to food.
Oh yeah.
Remember that movie where it's like a baby? It's like, you know, in Tom and Jerry when the cat's got to watch the kid, and the kid gets out and he wanders onto a construction site.
Yeah.
It's fine, but
Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo, yeah, you're gonna Magoo. You're just gonna go that way. You're gonna wander out naked with a peach ring on, and just like on a construction site on a steel beam, looking for goobers.
I'm kind of terrified that might happen, but also I don't think it will because I have to DoorDash all my food.
Okay.
So I will have to wait for it to come.
Imagine
to me.
what you could DoorDash if your like subconscious is in charge.
Oh man.
Like you'll be ordering above ground swimming pools. You'll have boar semen, wild boar semen by the jug.
Yeah.
Crickets.
You never know.
It's all available. I have a lot of bookmarks open.
Crickets?
Oh, yeah. Crickets are practically free and will shut down any business that wrongs you.
We are shockingly far into this.
Okay.
Do you want to break out the accordions?
You can edit this part out. Put it in your lap like that.
All right.
All right. All right. You're gonna put one arm through one, one arm through the other, and you're pretty much good to go. Right? You can. It should support its own weight.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at this. All right. Now you got these two clasps on top.
Oh.
There. You got the same ones on the bottom. There. All right. Now your hand should go through this. Now you can only move the bellows if you're pressing on a button. Now, all right. Now I just got to fiddle with this for a sec. So all right. Now, I promise to. Let's see. Okay, cool. So I found. See. So okay. So there's this button right here. This one with the divot right there.
This is the hardest thing is you can't see
Can't
them.
see shit. Well, we're also.
Oh, the divot. All right.
Divot. So that's C. Here's the interesting thing about C, right? See? Anything you play here, as long as it's the right buttons, works. So. How it works.
Yeah.
Now, from there, right? I want to talk about these guys. Let me see if I can remember how to. Hold on. Hold on, go like, try that. Alright, so I think what we'll do is, this could be a fun exercise, I know how to do this. This is so noisy. I'm so sorry.
It's actually not as loud as I thought it was.
Well, it can be. All right.
Oh, you got extra
so
buttons
these
over there.
change the sound of these keys. Alright. You're better at this one. To be quite honest, I wasn't sure what we were going to do at this point. I just thought it would be a cool visual.
It is fun.
It kind of sounds like we know what we're doing.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, that's the thing with like bagpipes and. Sorry, this is literally just the last minute.
Also, I will say this, the lower you get on here, the farther you go this way, the scarier it sounds. Like if we were in a cartoon that would be a chase scene.
I like that little move, too.
Right? This would be really cool if I knew what I was doing. Remember that whole thing I said before about triangles? I wish I knew what that meant.
I think. Oh, now I can't find the button. Oh, there it is.
Alright, we need to end on a high note.
All right.
Congratulations, Tim. You now know how to play the accordion.
Thank you.
I don't think people were really looking for knowledge in this.
No. I was telling Peter, I get like upset when people come and they're like, and then in 1942, I'm like, no, funny, come on.
Yep.
You want to plug? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got that one as a boom mic, so it'll pick up everything we just did. But yeah.
If anybody has any questions about the accordion, please hit me up at nickfierro.com or Shtick Fierro on all platforms. SCHTICKFIERRO. I really fucked up picking that handle, but I'm stuck with it. So here we go. And anything you want to plug? It's your podcast.
Oh yeah. If you want to watch me eat. You can do so at Timothy Rager. Just, I mean, if you're watching this, you already watched me sleep. Now I wish
Tim's kinda dumb. Let's
because
help
I do
him
the little
get
intro
smart.
song. I wish I
It's time
remembered
to
what
teach Tim
chords
stuff.
I played for that, because that would be fun to.
That would be
play it.
just a